And welcome to GameFace, SFNL Netball show for Divisions 2 to 10. Really excited to have you back, Hugh, and
Thank you very much.
have your knowledge with us tonight.
It is fabulous to be back.
Okay, and we will be recapping each week's results from all Divisions 2 to 10, and this week we will be having a focus on Division 2. We will be giving a quick wrap-up of each team in Division 2 and how they're going. But before we start, we'd like to say a massive thank you to our sponsors, Bendigo Bank Caulfield Park, 1111 Fitness and Swiv's Locker.
And wonderful sponsors they are too.
Yes.
So we thank them for all their support of our show and of GameFace in general.
And to start with, we're going to take a look at Division 2. So we had Heatherton with a bye. We had St Kilda City 53 defeat Mordialloc 46. We had Dingley 40 defeated by Murrumbina 47. Oakley District 34 defeated Cheltenham 24. And Keysborough 33 defeated by Caulfield 58.
Now you know quite a bit about the Caulfield side in this particular
I do.
grade. And Caulfield are heading up the ladder in this one. So have you seen the season for the Bears in Division 2 so far, mate?
We've had a really strong team, and our team morale is phenomenal. The girls are really working hard, and I guess our key thing is to make sure we aren't getting complacent. We have some big games ahead of us, and hoping to keep going the way we have been.
Now, Lynn Moyes
Yeah.
is somebody who has been scoring with regularity. Anyway, what can you tell us about Lynn, mate?
A beautiful person on and off the court, a real leader amongst our girls, and her height and her versatility in a circle is unmistakable, and it's just amazing to have someone with that spirit and also the teamwork that she has in our Division 2 side.
Now, you played Keysborough last week.
We sure
Keysborough,
did.
a rather tough side physically, a hard side to beat, make you work for everything that you earn from them.
Yeah.
What did you see as differences between Keysborough this year and Keysborough last year when they were in Div 1?
I think they have a different lineup. They've got some younger girls coming through, which is great to see, and they still have some of their really strong players in there. So obviously their strength is undeniable, but I guess Caulfield, our focus was just making sure that we kept control of the game, and we were really fortunate that we can pull that off. But we couldn't take our foot off the pedal at any point, because I just don't think they can be underestimated. And I think also when the girls came off the court, they didn't realise that was the scoreline. So it just goes to show their pressure across the court is just intense, and they didn't give up the whole game. They worked super well. So that was great to see, and obviously their team support was there and sportsmanship.
Now, a big feature of Division 2 has been there's quite a few really good shooters in this division. Alice Williams at Murrumbina, Bianca Warris-Carstensen, that's hard to say, at Dingley. Lynn, of course, as we mentioned before. It's a bit of a graveyard for defenders, is Division 2, isn't it?
Yeah, and I just think Division 2, the growth in the division from last year has just been amazing to see, and the development of each club in there has been great, and I think that the Division 2 side's value in the league has just grown. It's amazing to see the likes of Mordialloc, Keysborough, St Kilda City all have their top team in there. So it goes to show that the skill from each club is just outstanding, and it's a really competitive division. I think even when you are playing some of the lower sides, the scoreline doesn't reflect the game, and it's been really tight. So it's great to see the division, a really nice division as well, with great sportsmanship and some really strong characters in there across the court. So it's
like to see, isn't it?
Yeah, it's amazing to see, and it will be interesting to see how finals play out, because I think the ladder could flip and flop a little bit around with some of the teams.
Okay, well, going to a ladder. Caulfield on 18 points. Heatherton, Oakley and Murrumbina on 16. Cheltenham just outside the 4 on 10. Keysborough on 6, St Kilda City 5. Dingley 3 and Mordialloc yet to open their account. I think that'll happen soon.
Yeah.
Certainly a bit of a shout out from my club. The girls at Mordialloc, and very well coached, and look, they're coming. There'll be a couple of wins in the second half of the season, I'm certain of that.
Yeah, and we came up to Mordialloc in some of the grading rounds, and just Mordialloc's drive and also just their intensity across the court for 4 quarters is there. So I'm sure that win will be right around the corner, and we'll all be supporting them in that. And that wraps up our Division 2 for this week, obviously our focus for this week. So now we'll be just reading the scores from each of the following divisions from 3 to 10. But again, if you have any content on your division, make sure you're letting us know. So our round 3 results, we have Doveton Eagles 36, defeated by St Kilda City 39. Cheltenham 35 drew with Frankston Dolphins 35, so very exciting there. Blackrock 33 defeated by Caulfield 39. South Yarra 48 defeated Murrumbina 37. St Paul's 28 defeated by Dingley 66, so a very big convincing win there for St Paul's.
Just a very quick word on the draw between Cheltenham and Frankston Dolphins, and this was a game where there was never more than a goal or two between the sides at any point in the day, and a draw probably a fitting result because neither side really deserved to lose that one.
Yeah.
So well played both those sides. For the top 4 would be St Kilda City on 20, Doveton Eagles and Murrumbina on 16, South Yarra on 18, which looks a bit strange, but they've played an extra game than the sides above them. Just outside the 4, Dingley and Frankston on 10 and Caulfield on 9, knocking at the door. So, again, it's...
anyone's game, really.
Final places are there today.
Yeah. So really exciting to see. So our Division 4 results. So St Kilda City 49 defeated Doveton Eagles 44. Karen Patterson Lakes 42 defeated by Mordialloc 41. So super close game there, Hugh.
Yes, that was a good one, and CPL had to come from behind to win that one.
Yeah, so interesting to see, and obviously we like those close games. Keysborough with a bye. Heatherton 33 defeated by Springvale Districts 40. Oakley District 37 defeated by East Brighton 73. Massive win there. Clayton 42 defeated Bentley 38.
Now a little shout out in this one in Division 4 to East Brighton, who, as we saw, scored 73 against whoever they were playing, Oakley Districts. But of those 73, Felicity Dawkins was responsible for 68 of them.
Whoa.
Which is certainly a season high, and I'm not sure if that's a club record. It'd have to be fairly close. But Felicity's been a very good shooter in this league for quite a few years, and look, she's really had a day out this week.
Yeah, and looking at the ladder there for Division 4, we have Karen Patterson Lakes with 7 wins, so 22 points. East Brighton with 18 points. Mordialloc and St Kilda City on 12, as well as Clayton, who are just out of the 4 due to percentage. Doveton Eagles 10, Springvale Districts 8, and Heatherton and Oakley District both on 6, with Bentley and Keysborough rounding out the ladder.
I don't know if it's sticking my neck out much, but I think there's going to be quite a few changes in the top 4 in this grade before the season's out.
Yeah, and I think it's important to note with some of these divisions that have 11 teams, they haven't all played each other yet.
This is true. This is true.
I don't think the ladder's a true indication at the moment of how the division is looking. And moving on now to Division 5, we have Lyndhurst 41 defeated Bentley 29. Lyndale with a bye. South Yarra 44 defeated Mordialloc 39. St Kilda City 34, defeated by Caulfield 63. Dingley 47, defeated Hampton 38. Doveton Eagles 47, defeated Aspendale Arrows 23.
Now, in this particular grade, and much as we don't want to concentrate completely on Caulfield and Mordialloc, but in this particular grade, the beauty of experience.
Yeah, we've got our Mama Bears there in our Masters team.
Jodie Brown, 33 goals. Barbara Traeger, 30. You just don't lose your ability, do you?
No, and a really strong United team there, so it's amazing for our club to have those Masters.
Those girls are all class.
Yes, and Kilda City had a really strong game against them still, so it was interesting to see the ball up and down the court a fair bit. And on our ladder there, we have Caulfield on 18 points as well as Hampton, Doveton Eagles and Lyndhurst and South Yarra on 12, so super close there in the top 5. Aspendale Arrows on 14. Must be a miscommunication.
Yeah, no, they've played one match extra than the
Oh,
okay,
so. I see. Bentley and Dingley on 8. St Kilda City, Mordialloc and Lindale rolling out the ladder there.
Yeah, again, it looks like the top 5 sides are the ones to beat there, but any one of those top 5 could miss finals.
Yeah, and I think Aspendale Arrows in the 6th position as well seem to be up there as well. So I think that would probably be one of our closest divisions so far. So really interesting to see Division 5 there. Moving now on to our Division 6 results, we have Doveton Eagles 34, defeated by St Kilda City 42. Parkdale Vultures with a bye. Dingley 22, defeated by Murrumbina 56. East Brighton 18, defeated by Springvale and District 47. Hyatt 42, defeated Caulfield 39. Lyndhurst 50, defeated by Heatherton 71. So some really high scoring games.
Hyatt against Caulfield, and this is a shout out to the Hyatt girls because they had to overturn a 6-goal 3/4 time deficit to win that one. And they did it with aplomb, scoring 12 goals to 3 in the last quarter to get the job done. So well done, Hyatt, in that game.
Yeah, phenomenal effort. And we have Heatherton and Doveton Eagles, Heatherton, Doveton Eagles, Springvale District and Murrumbina all on 14 points. So super close ladder there. As well as Caulfield, Parkdale Vultures and St Kilda City on 8 points, with Hyatt, Dingley, East Brighton and Lyndhurst rolling out the ladder.
Just a little word on this one, a little prediction. Watch the Vultures in the second half of the season. Very good defensive side, very well organised, and I think they can win a few games and put pressure on the top 4 sides.
Yeah, and amazing to see a super close ladder there with all 4 teams having the same wins. And now we have Division 7 results with Karen Patterson Lakes with a bye. Mordialloc 52, defeated Cheltenham 14, so a nice convincing win there. Skye 36, defeated by Heatherton 37. St Kilda City 37, defeated Springvale and Districts 28. Hampton 69, defeated Keysborough 14. South Yarra 64, defeated Hallam 25. So some big margins there.
Yeah, the close one though was Heatherton v Skye, and Skye started this game very well, but Heatherton dominated the third quarter and managed to hold on in the last to win by the solitary goal. So again, good game by them.
Yeah, we also have our ladder here for Division 7. So South Yarra on 20 points, Hampton on 22.
Again, one match extra for them.
Yeah, Springvale District 16, St Kilda City 15, Skye 12, Heatherton and Mordialloc both on 8, with Hallam, Keysborough, Karen Patterson Lakes and Cheltenham finishing out the 11.
Yeah, again, so places in the 4 up for grabs in this division, so very competitive.
Yeah, and a very mixed ladder there, so I'm sure there'll be some changes among it. And our Division 8 results, we have Dandenong 26, defeated by Cheltenham 37. We have Lindale 13, defeated by Bentley 28. South Yarra 35, defeated Frankston Dolphins 29. St Paul's 12, defeated by Caulfield 47. Doveton Eagles 28, defeated by Dingley 50. So some, again, really, really big margins.
Yeah, not much close in Division 8 this week, but just a word for the St Paul's girls. The score at half-time in their game against Caulfield was Caulfield 27, St Paul's 1. And they really stood up in the second half, St Paul's. Much more competitive, and hopefully that's a corner turner for them. Hopefully they have a little bit more success in the second half of the season. Love to see that.
Yeah, and obviously Dingley with a big win there, so just showing their strength across all divisions. We have Dingley on 20 points, Cheltenham on 16, South Yarra 14, Doveton Eagles 12, Caulfield and Frankston Dolphins on 10, and Dandenong and Bentley on 8, with Lindale and St Paul's rounding out the 10.
This is a side, the Dingley side in Division 8, that has quite a few experienced players in it. Ex-Div 2, Div 3, even Div 1 players who have, left that sort of competitive environment behind them. Just out to enjoy a game of netball, and they will take a power of beating in Division 8.
Yeah, and it's just showing their strength, I guess, across all divisions this year. Our Div 9 results, we have Hampton Park with a match abandoned versus Hampton. Blackrock, we have 47, defeated Dingley 29. Murrumbina 71, defeated Mordialloc 27. Oakley District 47, defeated Lyndhurst 26. Hyatt 44, defeated Parkdale Vultures 28. So again, some super big margins there.
Yeah, not sure what happened between Hampton Park and Hampton, so if anyone from one of those clubs can let us know over the next week, we can broadcast that in the next show. Again, a lot of big tallies from the shooters in this grade. Ariana Hurst, 36, and Ellie Williamson, 35 for Murrumbina. Scored all their 71. But they were trumped by Brooke Wirramandon, 40 goals for Oakley District, I should say, against Lyndhurst. So big days for those girls.
Yeah, and nice to see such big shooting percentages and margins there from them. We have Hampton Park and Hampton both on 18 points. So interesting to see that match was abandoned when it's our top two sides. Will be interesting to see if we can get some news on that. We have Murrumbina 16, Parkdale Vultures 12, Blackrock 14 with an extra game, Hyatt 12, Oakley District 10, Mordialloc, Dingley and Lyndhurst rolling out the 10.
Yeah, again, very close for the fourth spot at the very least. I can't see the top three being ousted, but yeah, there's all to play for fourth spot.
Yeah, and moving on to Division 10, looking at these results, some of them are very close. We have Dandenong 10 defeated by Doveton Eagles 43, Hampton Park 37 defeated Springvale District Red 23, Clayton 24 defeated by Oakley District 30, Hampton 35 defeated Springvale District Blue 32, Keysborough 40 defeated Heatherton 27. So nice to see some close games amongst the mix.
Match of the day in this one was Oakley and Clayton. It's close all day, but Oakley's early lead carried them through. But I wouldn't be surprised to see Clayton right in the mix towards the back end of the finals. They are a good side, Clayton, and yes, they'll go higher than fourth spot, I think.
Yeah, and I was actually watching these games on the weekend, and just to see the competitive nature of the matches was phenomenal, and some really quality netball. Yeah.
Division 10 or the lowest division, really, whether it be 9 or 10 or whatever it is in any given year, tends to be quite competitive because the players in that, you know, they might not be the best netballers in the league, but they certainly are very passionate about what they do. So, yes, again, that'll be interesting in the second half of the year.
Yeah, and looking at their ladder now in Division 10, super close with it really being anyone's game at this point. We have Oakley District and Hampton on 16 points, Heatherton on 14, Clayton and Hampton Park on 12, Keysborough on 10, Doveton Eagles 8, Springvale District Blue and Dandenong and 4, and Springvale District Red rolling out the final spot. So some really close results there in Division 10, so interesting to see how that happens.
Yeah, certainly will be. I wouldn't want to pick a premiership favourite in this grade.
No.
It could be any of the top 6 sides.
Yeah, and as we said earlier, obviously having 10 teams and only having the 8 rounds, 7 rounds, not everyone's played each other, so it will be interesting to see when we look at those later on how they're folding out. And back to last week's topic of the week. Unfortunately,
did we have one?
We sure did, but unfortunately it didn't make it onto the Facebook poll, but we thought we'd give it another go this week. So as we said, we have the ability at GameFace to do live scoring for the netball matches, and we're really looking forward to building the netball coverage. So it's super easy with just using an app and some internet, and really easy to work. And I guess our question is, do you guys want to see live scores on the GameFace Record app for netball? And is that something you'd be interested in? And hopefully this week our poll gets up. So if you could go to the GameFace SFNL netball group to vote in that poll, we'll bring you the results next week. And hopefully we have some exciting news with the ability to start doing live scoring.
Can anyone give us a live score on the number of times we've thrown Will Hunter under the bus tonight?
No, unfortunately we don't have that feature on our app, but I'm sure the media team will be able to whip something up. So that's something we could work towards.
It could well be.
Yeah. And again, really exciting to bring you this show for Divisions 2 to 10 and all the content that follows. And we ask if you do have anything you wish to have covered, whether it's upcoming news for your club or results or something funny that happened at the courts, please let us know. Or
something funny that happened in the media room, like Will Hunter not putting the poll up.
Oh, you're really just trying to get that peg in there, aren't you, here? So if you have any of that, please make sure you contact us via the GameFace SFNL netball group, and we'd really like to see some content coming there. That makes a wrap for this week. We won't be having a show next week because of the long weekend.
Might get time to make her out for dinner next week.
Exactly. So enjoy the long weekend, stay safe, and we'll be with you next week. And make sure to support those who support us through Bendigo Bank, Caulfield Park, 1111 Fitness, and Swiv's Locker.
Wonderful sponsors they are.
Yes. And remember, get your game face on.